Did you know George Harrison was good friends with Monty Python member Eric Idle, and even made a cameo appearance in the group's classic film Life of Brian as Mr. Papadopoulos, a man mistaken for the Messiah? But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's start at the very beginning. George Harrison was a British musician and songwriter, best known as the lead guitarist of the Beatles. He was born on February 25, 1943, in Liverpool, England, and he grew up in a working-class family. Harrison was the youngest of 4 children and had a difficult childhood marked by poverty and a strained relationship with his father. Despite these challenges, Harrison was drawn to music from an early age. He began playing the guitar in his teens and was heavily influenced by rock and roll and blues artists such as Elvis Presley, Chuck Berry, and B.B. King. In 1958, Harrison met Paul McCartney, who was also a young musician in Liverpool, and the two quickly formed a bond over their shared love of music. In 1960, Harrison and McCartney, along with John Lennon and drummer Pete Best, formed a band called the Beatles. Harrison was just 17 at the time, and the band's early years were marked by long hours of practice and frequent gigs in small clubs around Liverpool and Hamburg, Germany. It wasn't until 1962 that the Beatles began to gain widespread recognition. With the release of their first hit single, Love Me Do, Harrison's distinctive guitar playing, which featured a mix of lead and rhythm guitar, became a key part of the band's sound, and his songwriting skills began to emerge with the release of songs such as Don't Bother Me and I Need You. Over the next few years, the Beatles became one of the most successful and influential bands in the world. Harrison's contributions to the band's music continued to grow. He wrote several of their most iconic songs, including Something, Here Comes the Sun, and While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Despite the Beatles' success, tensions began to emerge within the band in the late 1960s. Harrison became increasingly interested in Eastern philosophy and spirituality, and he began to feel stifled by the band's creative limitations. In 1969, he released his first solo album, Wonderwall Music, which featured a mix of Indian classical music and Western rock and roll. The following year, the Beatles disbanded, and Harrison embarked on a successful solo career. He released several critically acclaimed albums, including All Things Must Pass, which featured the hit single My Sweet Lord. Harrison's music continued to be marked by his interest in Eastern spirituality, and he became a devout follower of the Hare Krishna movement. In addition to his music, Harrison was also an accomplished film producer and philanthropist. He produced several successful films, including Monty Python's Life of Brian and Shanghai Surprise, and was known for his support of various charitable causes, including famine relief efforts in Africa and the construction of a cancer treatment center in England. Despite his success, Harrison faced several challenges throughout his life. He was diagnosed with throat cancer in 1997, and his health began to decline rapidly in the years that followed. He passed away on November 29, 2001, at the age of 58. Harrison's contributions to music and popular culture have widely been recognized over the years. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice, once as a member of the Beatles and once as a solo artist. He was also awarded a posthumous Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award in 2015. Beyond his musical accomplishments, Harrison is also remembered for his wit, humor, and spiritual wisdom. He once famously quipped, "All the world is a birthday cake, so take a piece, but not too much." Harrison's music and philosophy continue to inspire fans around the world, and his legacy as a musician and humanitarian continues to be celebrated to this day. Thanks for watching The Human Catalog. We hope you enjoyed learning about the life and legacy of George Harrison. Remember to subscribe to our channel for more summaries of interesting people and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. Let us know in the comments which person you'd like us to cover next. See you in the next episode as we continue to explore the human catalog.